glad you came to hang out with me today. My name is Leanne and this is my channel, Small Town Stitches. If you are new, thanks for coming to hang out with me today. And if you are one of my returning subscribers, thanks so much, like always, for tuning in. Today is actually April 11th already. I don't know where 2021 is going, but seems to be flying by. So we are here to talk some cross stitching, some crochet, and some haul. Is that it? I don't know. We'll roll with the punches and see how things go. So if you watched my last video, you may have remembered me being very vague and talking about an opportunity I had to vaccinate someone kind of well known, but I couldn't get into details because it had not been released to the public yet. But it has. I think it released the next day. So, if you don't know, I live in Michigan. I am a mitten girl. I would say born and raised, but I was not born in Michigan. So Michigan is very well known for their sports teams. And I had the opportunity to go and help vaccinate something that begins with the letter T and ends in the word Ikers. Yes, the Detroit Tigers. So not this past week, but the week before, we were able to vaccinate the team on opening day after they finished their game. And then the following day, we vaccinated some of their families, and I don't know how to, I'm not a big baseball fan, so the non-starting lineup, or however you do, and some managers and stuff like that. So it was a good opportunity, probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's hope that another pandemic never, ever hits. But yeah, so that was my news. So now you guys are in the know with me. Other than that, we did another vaccine for second dose of Moderna this past week. We have another second dose of Moderna coming out this week, as well as a first dose of I shouldn't say first dose, it's an only dose. Johnson & Johnson is a one shot so far, on Friday. So I have 2 COVID clinics coming up this week, and possibly a third because I'm waiting to hear out if I have to drive to Port Huron for that. So it's fun to get out of the office, but it makes things a little difficult because then they expect me to do everything for a week in 2 days, and that's just not feasible. I'm not a robot. Other than that, the weather has been back and forth. It's kind of gloomy outside today. Can't tell if it's going to rain or not. It's in the 50s. It has been in the 70s and 80s, mostly 70s this past week. So Michigan weather is just Michigan. That's all I have to say about that. So yeah, husband is actually waiting on someone to drop off their bike today. He finished 2 last week. He has a third almost done, and he has like 9 bikes lined up to come in. So that's picking up. He's still undecided if he wants to shave his beard off or not. I loved reading the comments about that, about my husband. His beard is very much a part of him. Like I said, he has a very long beard, and asking a man to shave his beard, for a woman, they don't think it's a big deal, but it's like asking someone who truly loves their hair to shave their head. So yeah, I saw his chief after church today, and he was asking about him. He's like, make him shave it, let's go. So I told him about that when I got home from church, and he was laughing. So he didn't go to church with us today because his insomnia was so bad. He went to bed an hour and a half before we had to get up for church, so it wasn't able to happen. Daughter's doing great. They're in their last quarter of kindergarten, which is crazy to me, but she's doing good. Everyone here is doing well. So that was my life update. Work's crazy. Husband's motorcycle's taken off like a storm. I don't want to work anymore. I want to just stay home and craft, but you know, don't we all? So let's talk some stitching. I feel like I have gotten a ton done since the last week we have talked. I have finished Frozen's goals, which was 2 acrostic goals of 480. I have finished Crosswords goals, and I'm working on a 3rd. So we'll start with Frozen. Okay, that's how today's gonna go apparently. I will insert a picture of what Frozen's gonna look like when it's completed. And where I was last time when you guys saw it. This piece had 1 goal of 480 completed, and the second goal of 480 I ended up doing 498 stitches on it instead. So this is where Frozen is now. So we have Anna and we have Kristoff's outline down here. It's not ironed, you know me. So that's what that looks like after this page that I'm working on, which ends I think right here where Kristoff is and where he's cut off for the most part. Then we only have 1 more page left to go, and it's not a full page either. So there's still a ton of work to be done in this page. Please don't get me wrong. Just like this one, there's tons and tons of color work to be done, but a lot done. So that's where it is now. This will probably, let's see, it's April. Hopefully it'll be finished this year. So then I can gift that to our daughter. All right, the next piece I worked on was Crossword, which is my Long Dog sampler. I have to put things away. I don't have OCD until I have craft supplies laying everywhere. Then all of a sudden I have OCD. So this is Crossword by Long Dog Sampler. I am doing this on an unnamed 18 count fabric with Otter Creek by Gentle Arts. This is where Crossword was last time you guys saw it. And I have done 1 goal of 480, and the next goal, instead of 480, I did 557. I've done a lot on this piece. Here's Crossword now. I love this piece. I love this piece. So the amazing thing, you ready for this? Don't judge me. That's all I have left to do to complete a page. And I didn't finish it last night. Now I want to bust it out and at least finish the page. And then this chunk right here is the last page. So I only have, after this little bit, 1 more page to go on Crossword, and then Crossword is done. I love this piece. So you can kind of see there's a big old orange heart. That is my husband's favorite color. So I was trying to incorporate things for the family in here. And then in this piece, you can see there's a dark blue heart, and that is our daughter's favorite color. So that is that, and I think it looks so pretty. So pretty. For anyone interested in doing a long dog, I recommend something like this. It's only 6 pages. I say only, but that 6 pages is a lot of stitching, so be forewarned. It's only 6 pages, but I mean, this is a fat quarter. I'm trying to scooch back, and you can see how much fabric I'm gonna have left over in the end for this piece. So I'm excited. I have possibly my next long dog already picked out. So that is Crossword. And then, so that's 4 acrostics completed out of my goal so far. And then next, I decided to break out Loved by You, which is from Hello from Liz Matthews. I'll insert a picture of where this was when you guys last saw it. Actually, before we do that, let's insert a picture of what this will look like when we're done with it, and then a picture of where we last saw it. That would make more sense. And this is where we're at now. So let's do this side. I have the To Be Loved by You, which was already done, and then it, and then I have to do the letter S for is, and then I don't have a lot of room, but we only have to do the word how and the word sweet at the top, so I'll have plenty of room. So I've only done 190 something stitches, so this has to get some more work before it gets put away, so I'll work on this tonight. So yep. And then I have a Hogwarts needle minder because Hogwarts always, I don't know if you knew, but I'm a Hufflepuff, so Hufflepuffs unite. So that's my stitching. 3 projects in a week, and I've done a bunch. So we have, looking at my goals that I'm giving myself, so I set them myself. I still have, after that one's done, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to do, but 2 of them are full coverages, so we'll see what April brings. All right, let's talk some crochet. So I had a couple people ask, and I tried to answer them. I believe I mentioned in my last video. So the Hogwarts and the Lord of the Rings yarn is coming from Bumblebee Acres. You can find them below. They may be sold out of these right now, so they release them at like the end of the month and give you like so long for all of the Yarn of the Month clubs. So please be forewarned about that. If you go there expecting for these to be there, they may be gone because it's already April 11th, okay? But I have been crocheting up a storm. So after the video ended, I caked both yarns up and decided I'm trying to stay up on these, but like my cardigan that I've worked on hasn't been touched because I'm trying to stay up on 3 blankets. So if you remember, I'm trying to fold this so you can't see the other side. This is where we were. This was February's Yarn of the Month. So we had a little bit of January, February white, February white, February white, January white, and then we were done. So that is where we ended. I have some more ends to weave in from finishing last night, but I have fully done March's. It's folded in half, but this is where it is now. So it's going to be a very stripy blanket. So this is how it's going to look, because you got January's and then you got February's, and they're so different. But I think it's going to look so cool because no one else is going to have a blanket like this. So that is where we are right now, as I have strings in my face. It's so pretty. This was a good one because to me this screams Easter. It's just me. I love that bottom one. So this is Lord of the Rings so far. Open it up. That's as wide as it is. Perfect like lap blanket. So yes. That is where we are with that. Next one up is the Hogwarts that I have to work on, which is that blue. Let me tell you, I'm excited about that one. Not my colors, but I'm loving the way it's like coming out. So that's my crochet I've done. Let's talk some haul. This video is actually going to be very quick, I have a feeling, but I'm thinking of switching to bi-weekly. videos every 2 weeks, just so I have some more content, that I'm not rambling so much. So if you don't see me next week, I'll be back the week after. We'll see. So first thing, it's still wrapped up in this packaging. I don't know why I didn't take it out. I bought another, they're tiny. I just bought them on Amazon, of the Feels Like Butter yarn and black, because they are so small. I know I'm going to need more than 2 for the Hogwarts blanket. So I bought another one. Then my yarn from Treehouse Knits came in, my March, so I can get started on that blanket. And this is what March's looks like. And this is so me, so me. And I think it's absolutely stunning. So we have browns and blues and a little bit of gray. Like, this is me. Like, I should wear this all the time. That would actually make a beautiful sweater. So pretty. So there is my March Treehouse Knits. Highly, highly recommend her shop. All right, so now I have, oh, it's on the floor. My hanks of silk from Silks For You came in. Comes like this. She sent this beautiful needle minder. I think it is so pretty. She does ship from Australia, but it doesn't take that long. I want to say it took less than 2 weeks for it to get to me, a week and a half, coming from Australia with the postage the way it is right now. So highly recommend her. She does have an Etsy store, but she says that the deals are better on her website. So look up Silks, the number 4, the letter U. First one I got was, you remember me showing you that Quaker that I want to do? So I got white silk, just white silk. Because if you know me, I would rather gouge my eyeballs out than stitch a whole thing with like B5200, because no. So if you remember the fabric I showed you last time for that Quaker, this is what it's going to look like. I think it's beautiful. And it's silk, so, you know. But that's the floss that I am going to use for those pieces. So that was my first hank that came in. My second hank that came in, is the Fault of Mika, who is Darling Bluebell. And that is her coveted PR147. She says she can never get it to show up truly. So let's see if for some weird reason I can. You know what? That is actually pretty accurate. I don't think Mika watches me, but Mika, if you're watching, there's PR147. So I have a couple things in mind I could use this with. I got to figure out the right one, but I'm so excited to have this. It is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. So those are my 2 hanks of silk from Silks For You. Then I bought a pattern, thinking I bought it this way because I thought I could use it with my pattern keeper. But it's really weird because some of the designs work with pattern keepers, some of them do not, apparently. Mine does not. But I bought this, which is Turquoise by Carolyn Manning. Now, you're going to say, you're already doing one. I am. I was. I've been doing some thinking about why am I not stitching on this project. And it's beautiful. So if you don't remember, I'm doing Breaking Dawn. Not Breaking Dawn, Desert Dawn. Breaking Dawn was a Twilight book. And as beautiful as it is, they're not my colors. I love grays and blues, turquoise. Those are my colors. Blue, turquoise, gray, neutrals. That's me. As pretty as pinks are, it's not me. I'm not a girly girl, which you may have noticed. I'm not. So I discovered the reason I wasn't stitching on it, I didn't like the colors. We're scrapping it. And we're gonna start turquoise. So after church, I stopped at Michael's. And I have all of the colors here. It needs 310. I have a cone of 310, so I wasn't buying a skein. I bought all of the colors for this piece. I'm trying to show, if I could stop dropping things today, that would be cool. So here are the colors for turquoise. They're stunning. I love it. This may have been the fault of Mika. So I went and binged. So I subscribed to Mika, but I didn't subscribe to her since she started. So I went back and watched all of Mika's videos. Now I'm having Mika withdrawals because I don't live in the Netherlands. And she doesn't have any new videos up. But those are my colors, and I think they're so beautiful. But I don't have any white Aida. Why do you need white Aida? It is going to be a full coverage project. You're not going to see the Aida anyways. So I went in my thing, grabbed some fabric, whatever, and I'm just going to stitch it on a blue. I think it'll look pretty, and you won't see it anyways after it's stitched. So that's my haul for now. Let's do some Flosstube shout outs. Like I said, I binge watched Mika. I am completely caught up on her. Bummed I'm caught up on her because I love Mika. Now I am binge watching the Rocking Stitcher Jemima. I've been subscribed to Jemima for a while, but I'm now starting at video 1. I think I just finished video 3. Now, I'm also not the best person because when I subscribe to you, like when I go back and binge, I just go to binge. Like I don't comment on every video, which I really should. But I will give every single video I watch a thumbs up. You get that from me. I will not ever give you a thumbs down on your Flosstube video. If it's not my taste, I just won't watch it. But I will never give you a thumbs down. So I'm binge watching Jemima right now. Kind of binge watching Ginger Gerald Stitcher. I love that his taste is so different than everything you see on Flosstube. I think that's one reason I loved Mika so much is because she knows what her taste is and she doesn't try to conform it to everything else that you see on Flosstube. Same with Jemima. Jemima loves full coverage stitching. And she doesn't try to conform that. So I've been really kind of honing in on my taste. Really. And I've come to fully realize and be okay with it that majority of my things I really truly like are Quakers and full coverages. That's just me. I have my Liberty Lane and I loved that, but I'm not going to do stuff like that all the time. Just certain things that catch my attention. There's a lot of long dogs that I like. There's a lot of modern folk embroidery that I like. There's a new designer, I can't remember her name. I found her on Etsy. She's got a lot of beautiful patterns that I like. They're more Quaker style. And instead of trying to shy myself away from that, I'm just going to accept it. That's where I'm at right now. That is what I like right now. And that is what my taste has evolved into. And that's what I'm going to stitch because that's what I like. But am I going to get rid of my Frozen piece and my Halloween Monster March piece because they're not Quakers. No. I'm almost done with both of them. Why would I scrap them now? So that's just my spiel of stitch what you like, truly. Stitch the colorways that you like because life's too freaking short to stitch on stuff you don't like. We have to do enough stuff we don't like go to work every day, cook dinner every day. I like cooking, but sometimes it just, there's enough things we have to do in life that we don't really like to do to make stitching into that mold as well. With that being said, don't be surprised if you see more full coverages from me in the future. Sorry, not sorry. I am starting another one this month, and we'll just kind of go from there. Now, end of 2 weeks from now. Let's see what 2 weeks from now is. 2 weeks from now will be the 24th of April. So next Flosstube video, we also have to talk Mania. There will be no new starts as of right now. I can't change it as of right now. We'll see. We'll talk in next video. So that's it. It's gonna be a short one for me for today. My stitching, my haul, my life, my crochet. Haven't done any more audiobooks lately because I've been binge watching Mika, been listening to her at work and stuff. Watched I Still Believe, which is on Hulu, and it is the story of Jeremy Camp, who is a Christian music artist. If you're into something like that, highly recommend. We watched it as a family. Actually, my husband and I sat down to watch, and our daughter just kind of watched it with us. And I cried throughout the entire most of that movie. Just as a forewarned, if you are an emotional person, you will bawl. I did. Full-blown ugly cry, but it was a beautiful message, beautiful story, very well done. So if you're interested in stuff like that, I would recommend that. Other than that, I don't really watch TV. Really, I kind of just watch Flosstube and documentaries that I come across. I'm a nerd, so that is going to be all from me. If you won the giveaway that I had for the Liberty Lane, the commitment chart, and the glitter series, they all went out into the mail yesterday. So check your mailbox because those are heading your way. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Full-blown transparency, my anxiety's been kind of kicking my butt lately, and after having bad experiences with some medications for anxiety, I try to truly manage it on my own, but I could truly use a PRN sometimes, so I was actually debating if I was going to film today or not. So yeah, if you suffer from anxiety and depression, or one or the other, you're not alone. There are other people that suffer with you. I don't have it all the time. Mine manifests more in panic attacks, and I don't have them all the time. They rarely come, but when they do, they hit me like a ton of bricks, and as much as I want to try to stop it, once you feel yourself going over that point, it's a roller coaster, and you just gotta go. So just know that you're not alone. Your mental health is truly important. I say this as a human being. I say this as a nurse. I say this as a mom. I say this as a wife, and I say this just as your fellow stitcher. So your mental health is important. So please take time for yourself to encourage positive mental health in whatever form that may be for you, whether it's reading, watching TV, stitching, knitting, crocheting, coloring, I don't know, cooking. Just find something for yourself that is great for your mental health. So until next time, take care of yourself, take care of others, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.